Okay, today you're going to be making a little box like this with this indent along it. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's quite simple. So we'll start in a new part studio. Obviously, you can open up. I'm calling this practice box. And let's begin. You can follow along with this at your own pace. We're going to start by sketching on the top plane. Make sure you select the top plane and then rotate round. I'm working in a small space, but you'll probably have more room. Then you want to use the center point rectangle and bring it out from the beginning. I'm going to do just simple 10 centimeter by 10 centimeters, and that sketch is done. Select that sketch and extrude, and make sure you're on solid for this and you've selected the center, and we're going to have this come up. Let's have this come up at 10 centimeters. So it's a 10 by 10 by 10. Now it's a cube, but we're going to draft this and we're going to rotate that draft inwards, and we're going to change the draft to 5 degrees. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, as you practice Onshape, as you do more in Onshape, you're going to get more used to using these tools, and that's going to help you to kind of make your own ideas and your own creations. But you can follow along with this, and then after you followed along, you can make it your own. I'm going to fillet the corners now, and I want them quite rounded. What looks good? Let's do 2 centimeters. And then we're going to sketch onto here, and I am going to use a tool that I love, offset, and I'm going to offset in. Now, you can offset in by here, 1 centimeter. Good. And then you can remove that. And we're going to remove that down. We know it's 10 centimeters. I'm going to remove it down 7 centimeters. I want the base to be a little bit thicker. So we've done all of that. Now the challenge is how do we get that indent line going across? I'm going to bring back my planes, and we're going to sketch on the right plane first, and we're using a tool called, where is it? Where are you? Maybe it's in here. Maybe it's here? No? It's okay. You know, sometimes we all lose a tool, and sometimes we got to spend a little bit of time to find that tool. I know where it is if I make it full screen. Sorry for this. Full screen. It's under the use project. It's in its intersection. So I'm going to make this small again. So sorry if you couldn't see that for a moment. Let's bring that back to here. So we're intersecting on the right plane, and then we can select here, and it's going to just intersect the faces that we select and put a line there. It is a super useful tool, and it's one that I'm sure not many of you have used many times. So I've done my first set of lines, and now I'm going to do my second set of lines. Let's see if it wants to work this time. Oh, it's here. Intersect, and then again, we are intersecting the plane that we have selected. So we don't need to worry about drawing these lines. We are just choosing the faces that we're intersecting. Now that's done, we have this beautiful set of lines. Now we're going to extrude these lines. Now, you're probably thinking, I never extrude lines. Well, we're going to use the thin remove, and we're going to set this down to something like 0.1, and we're going to make the depth 0.2, and we're going to make it symmetrical, and then we're going to select the lines that we want to indent and remove. Now, currently it's saying it's wrong because it's flipped the wrong way. Now it's saying it's all good. This is looking a bit too thin, actually. So let's change this to 1. 0.1. Oops, this is meant to be 1. There we go. So we change that to 1. We're just going to go around here. Sorry. Obviously, you can use the navigation cube to see where you are looking a little more clearly. I've done that, and then I am going to do the opposite side, or the other side. Again, thin, remove. I want this to be 0.1. I want this to be 1. I want it to be symmetrical. If it's not symmetrical, I'll show you. Oh, and make sure you flip. If it's not symmetrical, it's going to just be on one side, and that's not what we want. We want it to be down the middle. So then bang, bang, do this on the outside, this, and this, and we're done. Now, obviously, the cool thing with Onshape is you could take something like this, and then you could make the initial extrude a little shorter, and all updates, and it all looks great. So it's important to have clear dimensions and to plan out as you go. Oh, that's because my extrude here goes down 7 centimeters. So you still need to make sure everything works, but this still works. Excellent. I hope this wasn't too challenging. I know you're all capable of this, so try and follow along with this guide to make something similar and then apply these skills into your own work.